For a conversational AI to feel natural, the system must process text and begin speaking in under 200 milliseconds. Cross that threshold, and human users perceive a frustrating mechanical delay. Standard text-to-speech models routinely fail this constraint. Running a complex voice model locally often forces the user to wait over 800 milliseconds before the first playable audio chunk is generated. The hardware itself is entirely capable of rendering the data faster. The delay is not caused by a lack of raw GPU floating point operations. The actual bottleneck exists in the architecture of the software pipeline, specifically the overhead of Python sending kernel dispatch instructions from the CPU to the GPU. During a single decode step, the GPU finishes its microcalculation almost instantly and then sits idle. It has to wait for Python to iterate through a loop and dispatch the next instruction packet across the bus.
Modern inference frameworks are built to maximize total batch throughput across hundreds of concurrent users. When applied to a single-stream, low-latency audio request, that orchestration overhead causes the system to stall. The open-source project Faster Qwen3-TTS was built to target this specific architectural flaw. The repository takes a radical approach. It completely strips out heavy, generalized inference orchestrators like vLLM, Triton, and flash attention. Instead, the pipeline executes inference by relying entirely on native PyTorch functionality, specifically torch.CUDA Graph. This method captures the hundreds of individual decode operations required to generate audio and compresses them into a single unified command sent to the GPU. By eliminating the dispatch loop, the time to first audio plummets from 800 milliseconds down to 156 milliseconds on a standard RTX 4090. Achieving zero-latency conversational AI demands highly optimized, deterministic execution paths over bloated orchestrators. Generating audio using the Qwen3-TTS architecture requires running 2 autoregressive transformers every single step, a 28-layer talker to generate the primary codebook token, and a 5-layer predictor to fill in the remaining audio data. Executing just one of these decode steps requires approximately 500 microscopic CUDA kernel launches. Because Python manages each of those launches individually, the space between the kernels accumulates. That dispatch overhead creates 65 milliseconds of dead time every single step. Torch.CUDA Graph solves this by doing a dry run of the model. It captures the entire forward pass, including scaled.product attention, positional encodings, the talker, and the predictor, without actually computing the final data. Once the entire graph of operations is captured in memory, the system replays it. The CPU issues one command, and the GPU executes the entire 500 kernel sequence as a single operation, bypassing Python entirely. The performance gain is immediate. The total execution time for a single step drops vertically from 330 milliseconds down to just 54 milliseconds. But capturing a CUDA graph requires a strict architectural prerequisite. The memory footprint of the operation cannot change. The model must use a static KV cache. In standard dynamic allocation, the system requests new memory from the GPU for every new token generated. A static KV cache pre-allocates fixed-size memory buffers before inference even begins, using attention masks to handle variable sequence lengths within those rigid boundaries. Stripping out dynamic memory allocation and removing the continuous CPU dispatch transforms a volatile inference pipeline into a locked deterministic engine. This data table illustrates specific benchmarks for the 0.6 billion parameter model, comparing baseline time to first audio against the pure CUDA Graphs implementation across different hardware configurations. The RTX 4090 sees an aggressive performance jump, collapsing the baseline 800 millisecond delay to just 156 milliseconds of latency. However, looking further down the hardware tier reveals an interesting contradiction. The enterprise-grade H100 GPU processes first audio in 228 milliseconds. A $1,600 consumer graphics card processes the voice stream significantly faster than a $30,000 enterprise chip. The disparity comes down to base clock speeds. The RTX 4090 runs at 2.5 GHz, while the H100 operates at a lower 1.8 GHz. The H100's architecture is optimized for massive parallel batch throughput, relying on vast memory bandwidth to serve thousands of requests simultaneously. Single-stream inference operates on a different axis entirely.
Processing one audio stream as fast as mathematically possible demands raw clock frequency over massive memory bandwidth. Optimizing the GPU solves the decode step, but the system also has to address the initialization latency inherent in in-context learning, or voice cloning. Traditional voice cloning requires the model to process a reference audio file alongside the text prompt. This forces the system to compute over 80 tokens of heavy acoustic context before it generates a single new sound. To bypass this prefill delay, faster Qwen3-TTS utilizes precomputed speaker embeddings. Instead of feeding the model raw audio at inference time, the acoustic properties of the speaker are extracted offline and isolated into a single, standalone 4 kilobyte xvector.bf16 file. Feeding the model this tiny vector file drops the required initialization context from over 80 tokens down to just 10. This pre-computation also yields a secondary benefit when working across multiple languages. In standard mode, a reference audio file spoken in English often forces an English accent onto subsequent Spanish or French outputs. Relying purely on the X-vector gives the model the speaker's vocal timbre, but relies on the model's native weights for pronunciation, preventing accent bleed. Permanently isolating acoustic properties from textual context provides instant, multilingual voice initialization. The system also employs specific heuristics to correct for flaws in the model's training data, like the in-context learning phoneme artifact. When reference audio ends abruptly mid-word, the generated tokens are conditioned on a fractured sound. The model hallucinates, leading a corrupted phoneme directly into the start of the generated speech. The author implemented a deterministic fix. The script dynamically injects exactly half a second of dead silence to the end of the reference audio before encoding it, giving the model a clean acoustic starting point. The pipeline must also account for continuous audio generation, streaming data out in real time. Decoding small chunks of audio sequentially often creates audible seams or boundary glitches where the chunks meet. To prevent this, the system uses sliding window decoding. Every chunk of audio is reconstructed using a 25-frame left context. It overlaps the acoustic data, perfectly stitching the sequential chunks together. High-performance infrastructure requires marrying mathematically perfect memory optimizations with brutal, real-world heuristics. Pushing hardware to its theoretical limits requires exact engineering prerequisites. The faster Qwen3-TTS setup enforces a strict requirement for PyTorch 2.5.1 or higher. Earlier versions of the framework contain bugs that cause CUDA stream capture to fail with operation permission errors. Deploying on Blackwell hardware presents a narrower compatibility window. Utilizing the RTX 50 series requires compiling a CUDA 12.8 PyTorch build, specifically PyTorch 2.7 or higher. Furthermore, the simplified OpenAI-compatible endpoint provided in the repository focuses purely on audio. It will immediately fail any vision-related API tasks. The author also warns against using instruction-following prompts when operating in the highly optimized X-vector mode, as the output remains highly experimental and unstable. Operating on bare metal architectures requires engineers to strictly govern framework versions and accept narrow, hyper-specific API capabilities. The ultimate performance stack relies on bare metal GPU access, modern PyTorch compilers, static KV caching, and pure CUDA graphs. By locking the memory and stripping the CPU loop, an unusable 800 millisecond delay collapses into a real-time 156 millisecond conversational flow. True inference speed is achieved by removing orchestration layers, not adding them. Will pure CUDA Graph acceleration become the new standard for real-time voice AI? Let us know in the comments below.